your second book, The Country of Two Agricultures. And I found it really interesting in your introduction. You speak of this being your noble cause to bring a full utilization of agriculture into our region, into our country. Do you want to talk about that noble cause?
I mean, I think, Terry, it links actually to this conversation we're having, contrasting the African continent against South Africa, in a sense that South Africa is not all sunshine. In fact, I would say we have a certain part of our farming sector that looks like much of what we see in the greater continent, weak land tenure or governance, infrastructure also not in order, and leading now to this agricultural side that is not flourishing as it should. That's the smallholder farming side of South Africa. Then you have the large-scale commercial farming, which mirrors what I've just explained about the overall country. But I think the dilemma then that South Africa sits in is also the fact that these typologies of farms, because of the history of the country, also gets to have a racial dynamic on it. And I think that you want to focus on closing that dualism because of the risks that are both political and social. Not that we will all have large-scale commercial farming, but I think a better progress in both sides is actually there. But I think at the core, which is to your point about what's that noble cause, I mean, think about our home province, the Eastern Cape. The key thing that we struggle with, you'll agree, is high unemployment. Ourselves and Limpopo are sitting at the top when it comes to poverty statistics in the country. The key question then is, how do you unlock that agricultural production of the Eastern Cape? And how do firms like yours at Communique and the others bring nutrition and some of the genetics and some of the required interventions to unlock the value of the livestock of the Eastern Cape to an extent that at some extent it begins to come more robustly in the value chain. And I think in the process of that, the economic activity and the job issues begin to be resolved. And I think the book then is a call on agribusinesses and the others to try to work with us in resolving those.